All right, welcome back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursaleen. Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. The last lesson is continuation of the last verse, which is the longest verse of al-Fatihah. In this, we will look at the remaining part of al-Fatihah, which of course is Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. So we've already looked at this one, صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. We looked at who they are and what they're blessed with. Now let's look at غير المغضوب عليهم, which means not of those upon whom is your wrath, anger. If Allah is angry, then we're in trouble in this life and the next. Wal-dhalin means nor those who are lost or astray. And then we all should say, Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. So who are the ones you have blessed and why? We've already talked about that. Who are those upon whom is God's wrath? Now, wrath, anger of God is al-maghdubi alayhim, and who are the ones who are lost? They have gone astray. When you look at the tafsir of the Quran, there are so many different opinions, so many different explanations, so many different discussions. Here's a quick summary of some of the most important points. Those upon whom is God's wrath, which means al-maghdub alayhim, they are the ones who know the truth but reject and disobey arrogantly. Arrogantly is the key word. Okay. Arrogance is a deadly disease. It's a one-way ticket to hell. Arrogance is the reason why they willfully, knowingly reject and disobey. Not out of weakness, not out of ignorance, but arrogant. They knew Islam is true, yet they rejected it. If somebody never knew about Islam or never really thought that Islam was true, never saw the proofs, then Allah will judge them in a merciful and justful way. But if somebody knew about the truth of Islam, like many people do know about the truth of Islam, many people did see the miracles of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in front of their eyes, they had no reason to reject. So the ones who are astray or lost, who are those who are astray or lost? Those are people who are just ignorant, not necessarily arrogant, but just ignorant. Ignorant of what? They don't know the halal and haram. They're lost. If we don't know the halal and haram, we are lost. We need guidance. They don't know the commandments and prohibitions, the sharia. Remember the sharia that we talked about. And of course, the reason for them being lost, misguidance, is lack of guidance. They don't have any guidance of Sharia. We're lost without it. So that was it. Let's do a quick review. Who are the ones upon whom is Allah's wrath? Why did they incur the wrath of Allah? And similarly, who are those who are lost and astray, and why? The key word when you're looking at these two is arrogance. The people who are arrogant, they know Islam is true, yet they reject. They deserve the wrath, the anger. Remember, arrogance is the worst disease. It's a disease in the heart, and Allah criticizes the people who have arrogance in their heart throughout the Quran. Those people are in trouble. And similarly, those who are astray or went astray and they're lost are those who don't have Sharia. They're ignorant of a Sharia. So keywords are arrogance and ignorance. May Allah protect us from arrogance. May Allah cleanse our hearts, remove arrogance from our hearts. Ameen, ameen, ameen. And may Allah bless us with the knowledge of Sharia, the knowledge of guidance of Islam. Ameen, thumma ameen. So that's it. We've finished the last lesson. of al-Fatihah. We've covered a lot of secrets. We've developed, believe it or not, we've looked at 70 different, actually more than 70 different Arabic vocabulary words. These are Quranic words. And some are directly from Fatiha, some are indirectly related. Next, you have a quiz for the last 3 lessons. And then after the quiz, which is the last quiz, you will be ready for the final exam, which will include the entire al-Fatiha. To study for al-Fatiha, I've prepared this small review sheet. And what I've done is I've listed all of the questions from the beginning till now. So if you go through these questions by yourself, you'll find the answers are already there in the PDFs, in the lesson videos. So all of these questions are actually repeats of what you've already seen. I've put together a list of all the questions for you to practice. Go through all of them. There's like more than 50 here. And then you will be, inshallah, ready to take the final exam, inshallah ta'ala. And I do recommend you keep in touch through my channel, follow on Facebook. So if you have any questions, feel free to make comments. Otherwise, you'll be ready. But before you take the final exam, don't forget to take the actual test for the last 3 lessons. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.